Okay.
So good evening, students. So we are here with Dr. Awari sir. We are very grateful to Awari sir for sparing his valuable time in spite of his busy schedule. In the morning he has taken one lecture, and to finish off things, today he is taking the module number 4 and 5, and thereby completing the series of webinar lectures under AICT Prerna scheme. So thank you very much, sir, for being with us and helping us throughout this event. Thank you, sir. Okay,
Thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
okay, sir. So you can share your screen.
Yes, yes. Yes. Now you can see my screen.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. So let me revise the what we have covered from the beginning in the first lecture today. Basically,
Sir,
we
please make
have
it.
started.
Sir, please
Ah,
make it full screen.
yes, yes. Full screen. No?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Thank you,
So
sir.
today we have started with the series completion, setting arrangement. Some again echo is coming up. Echo
It
is
is
there.
okay. नहीं ठीक है सर समझ में आ रहा है इट्स ओके
Okay. So series completion, then the setting arrangement, then coding and decoding problems. This is what we have studied today in the morning. Then series completion. What are the trees? What are the various types of series which are available? Okay. That is around 17 series. Then alpha series. Okay.
इको आ रहा
Then
है
the XY or X plus Y series, factorial series, alpha series. All these things we have studied today morning. Also, the sitting arrangement and how to arrange the
आवाज ही
alphabets
नहीं आ रहा
according
ना
to the sitting arrangement. This
अबे
part
भाग नहीं
also
जाना
we
भाई
have studied today morning. So this is the rectangular arrangement, spherical arrangement, then the circular arrangement. Hmm. So what we have to keep the things in mind, that also we have studied. Some directions are given because in this type of question, there may be 4 to 5 questions which are framed on this particular topic, and you have to keep
अच्छा
the
नहीं आ रहा
information which is given in the question paper correctly and
सर
arrange it logically so that you can solve the questions very carefully. So
सर
therefore,
वन सर
हाँ
देयर इज इको काफी आ रहा है सर
हाँ
तो
इको
कैसे
वाले
जी कैसे करेंगे सर शुड वी लॉग आउट एंड फिर से लॉग इन करें
मैं फिर से लगाएंगे करें
जी मैं भी बंद करके करता हूँ सर
हाँ चलेगा चलेगा
जी सर
चलेगा
ओके
सेम रहेंगे ना लिंक सेम रहेंगे
यस सर यस सर
ओके
मैं लॉग इन
मैं बोल रही हूँ आप म्यूट करिए ना अपने स्पीकर की आवाज वापस जा रही होंगी माइक के थ्रू आपके नहीं एक बार आप म्यूट करना उनके बात शुरू होने के बाद
फिर
देखते
अपने को समझ नहीं आता ना कि उनके हमेशा करता ना मैं
अच्छा
लाइव
सुनिए आवाज
यार लाइव
अच्छा अभी
हेलो
यस सर इट्स ओके नाउ सर ठीक लग रहा है आवाज
हाँ
जी सो यू कैन शेयर योर स्क्रीन
यस यस ठीक है
Yes, sir, it's okay.
ठीक है सर, screen is visible.
Yes, sir, it is visible, sir. Clear.
No. So in this type of question, the instructions are being given, and according to the instructions, you have to arrange it alphabetically or the logically, and then you have to answer the question. Now this is the coding and decoding we have started. Also we have finished the coding and decoding. So here the order of the English alphabet is to be written in the forward order position. Alphabet is to be kept in the middle scale and backward order position. And then we need to solve the such type of numericals or such type of questions. Then we have started with the even the sorry here from this point we have closed at this point, that is in certain code language Stark is written as LBFMG or mobile is written as TNJ SPJ. Then how will you write the blame in written in that same code language? So here the S is replaced by the L, T is replaced by the B, A is replaced by F, R is replaced by M, K is replaced by G, and mobile is replaced by TN, RJ, RS, PJ. So therefore, similarly from the direct code, what we get, B is to be replaced by R, because if you see here, the B is replaced by R, L is to be replaced by P. So here L is replaced by P, M is replaced by T, M is replaced by T, and the E is replaced by G. So therefore, the blame is being replaced by the PRFTG. So you have to select your answer according to this. Now coming to the next topic, that is number and the symbol coding. So in this type of question, either numerical code values are assigned to a word or alphabetical code letters are assigned to the numbers. As an example, if work is coded as 4, 12, 9, 16, then how will you code the woman? Okay, so work is coded as 4, 12, 9, and 16. So what is being given here? That is, woman is coded. That is, W is nothing but the 4 here, because work is coded at 412. So W is nothing but 4. Then O is nothing but the 12. Then R is nothing but the 9, and K is nothing but the 16. So K is the 16. So what you see here, that is 412. Okay. Then woman is nothing but the W is again 4. O is again nothing but the 12. And M is not given. And A is not given. And N is also not given. So MAN, man, you have to find out. So from this case, okay, 412 is being given. So 14, 12 plus 4, 14. Okay, then 12 plus 14, 26. And then, okay, n is there. So n is nothing but the 13. So 4, 12, 14, 26, 13. So here each letter is coded by the numerical obtained by subtracting its position value in the English alphabetical order from the 27. So here 4, 12, 9, and 60. So alpha, by subtracting its position value from the English alphabetical order from 27. So women at 23rd, 15th, 17th, 1st, and 14th position in alphabetical order. So their codes are nothing but the 27 minus 23, 27 minus 15, 27 minus 13, 27 minus 1, and 26 minus 14. That is 4, 12, 16, 26, 13 is the code in which backward order position it is being written. Now let us check it, which is having the 4, 12, 16, 26, 13. Option A is correct one, because it is having the this code. So therefore, the number and symbol coding type of question will also be there in the GATE examination. Now, deciphering message word coding or the numerical coding, in this type of question, to analyze such codes, any two messages bearing a common word oblique numerical, they are picked up. The common word or the numeral will represent that word or the code, and proceeding similarly by picking up all possible combinations of the two, the entire message can be decoded and the codes for every individual word numeral can be found. For as an example, a certain code language is pit sit. It pit sit means I am a boy. For example, the example is being given, that is, it pits seat means I am a boy. It knits seat means I am a girl. Okay, which of the following means the girl? Whether it means girl, pit means girl, sit means girl, or nit knit means girl. So here, it pit seat. Okay, it pit seat is being represented by I am a boy. It knit seat is also represented by the I am a girl. So here, eat and seed, okay, eat and seed is a common in both the languages, but I and M is common in both the code. Hence, code for the girl will be neat. Then similar type of example, that is in a certain code language, 786 means study very hard. Okay, 958 means hard work pays, and 645 means study and work. Are you getting me? Because in a certain code language, 786 means study very hard, 958 means hard work plays, and 645 means study and work. Which of the following is the code for very? So you have to identify, that is either 8, either 6, 7, or cannot be determined. So the simple solution to this one, that is 786 means study very hard. This is equation number 1. 958 means hard work pays, and 645 means study and work. So what you are finding here, in the first and second statement, the common code is 8. Okay, what is the common code? Common code is nothing but 8. Common code is 8, and the common word is hard. Because in the first case also, first sentence also, hard is coming at the end of the sentence, and in second sentence, it is starting from the hard, which means that hard is the common word. So now we conclude here, 8 means hard. Okay, so in the first and the third statement, the common code is 6. First, second, in the first and the third statement, common code is nothing but the 6. Okay, because that is hard sorry. Mm, yes, code digit is 6, and the common word is study. Okay, because in the sentence number 1 and sentence number 2, if you see here, what is being coming out here, the study is nothing but the common word which is coming. So 6 means study. Okay, what we will do, that 6 means a study. From equation 1 and 2, 8 means hard. From equation 1 and 3, 6 means study. So what do you mean by the vary? 7 means a vary. Okay, so likewise you have to solve the various numericals on the number system. Okay, now we will take up the some of the GATE previous year questions, and we will try to find out the solution of this one. So here, filling the missing number in the series. So what is given to you? 2, 3, 6, 15, dash 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 157.5, 630, then 30, 45, 60, 90. This is the this is not, this is what your options are being given. So 2, 3, 6, 15, first set, then 157.5 and 630. So 2 multiplied by 1.5, 3, 3 multiplied by 2, 6, 6 multiplied by 2.5, 15, 15 multiplied by 3, missing number you have to calculate. 15 multiplied by 3, that is 45, and 45 multiplied by 3.5, 157.5, and 157.5 multiplied by 4 is equal to 630. So here you must get a clue that 157.5 is being reflected over there. So either it is multiplied by the point one, then only such type of figures will come. So when the series like this one 2, 3, 6, 15, then 157.5 is being given, and then 630, you have to immediately calculate it by multiplying with the such factor. So missing number in the series is 45, that is 15 into 3 is nothing but 45. What is the next number in series? Now here in this case, the point number is not represented in the point. So if you look at the number, that is 12, 35, 81, 173, 357, and last number is missing. So here also 12, 35, 81, 173, and 357, and last number we have to calculate. So 12 into 4, 24, plus 11, 35, then 35 into 2. Here common factor, multiplication factor is same. Okay, and addition is also same. So 35 into 2, 70, plus 11, 81. Then 81 into 2, 162, plus 11. Okay, 173. Then 173 into 2, 346, plus 11, 357. Then 346 into 2, 714, plus 11, 725. So next number in series is 725. So 357 into 32 into 11 is equal to 725. So likewise you have to solve the question. Then some more examples I am putting in front of you regarding the solving this type of questions, and you need to do the practice of the same. What is the next number in the series? For example, the 320, 308, 284, then the 236, then 140. These are all the numbers which is being given, and missing number you have to identify. So here 320, 308. So what is basically required? That is 12 into 2, 24. So 320, 308. Then 24 into 2, 48. So it is here we can say that 12 is subtracted, 320 minus 12. Okay, 320 minus 12, 308. Then 308, that into 12 into 2, 24 is subtracted, 284. Then 48, 24 into 2, 48. So 284 minus 48, 236. And then, okay, 248 into 2, 96. And 236 minus 96, 140. So how much should be that? That is 96 into 2, 192. Okay, so 140 minus 192 minus 52. So there are two numbers which are represented as minus 50 and minus 52. So do not always see that the next number in the series is always a basically is not a positive or the negative number. You need to solve the problems, then only you will come to know the answer. Then coming to the next question in the series, study the following information carefully and answer the given questions following it. 11 students. Okay. What are the students? A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K are sitting in the first row of a class facing the teacher. So D is who is on the immediate left of F and is second to the right of the C. A is second to the right of the E, who is at the one of the end. J is immediate neighbor of A and B to the third of the left G, and H is on the immediate left of D and third to the right of I, who is sitting midway between the E and H. So similar type of example we have covered while dealing with the theoretical part and explanation of the number series, and you are aware that how to plot it. What is being given? The 11 students A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K are sitting in a first row of a class facing a teacher. D is who is the immediate left to, which is the corner. Okay, who is sitting between E and H? You have to find out. So here, E and H are not the corners. So what is being given? That the A is the second to the right of E. So A is placed to the second to the right of the E, who is at one of the ends. So and J is the immediate neighbor of A. So J is the immediate number of A, and B, A and B. So A and B, J is the immediate neighbor of A and B. Third to the left of G, third to the left of G. So A and B is placed. So third to the left of G is nothing but B here and G here and B here. Then H is on the immediate left of the D. So and the third to the right of the I. So right of the I, here the H is placed. So therefore, who is sitting midway between the E and H? E and H, you can see that one, two, three. Here one, two, three. So B is sitting midway between the E and H. Then which of the following statement is not true in the context of above seating arrangement? So I told you that in such type of question, the sitting arrangement, the you have to read it carefully and arrange it. If you do it carefully, and then in that case what you will observe, that you can also solve all the questions which are being basically given in that particular question. So there are 7 students sitting between the K and D. G is the immediate neighbor of I and C. Now look at here G. So G is being placed between the I and C. Then JH is the immediate neighbor of D and F. D and F. Then K is between E and A. K is between E and A. ठीक है? So H is the immediate neighbor of D, but not immediate neighbor of F. So option F3 is correct. So here, what is being calculated? Whether the statement is correct or not. So what is option 3? H is the immediate neighbor of D and F. So D and F, H is the immediate neighbor of D and F. So that is the this sentence is not correct. Okay, H is not the immediate neighbor of D and F. H is the neighbor of C and D. So therefore, once you plot it onto the scale, write it alphabetically, write it, arrange it logically, you will be able to answer all the questions which is best on this one. Then coming to the next question in this particular series, that is which number does not belong to the series below? That is 2, 5, then 10, 17, 26, then 37, 50, and 64. So let us see that which number does not belong to the in the series below, that is 2, 5, 3. So 2 plus 3, 5, then 5 plus 5, 10, 5 plus 7. There is increment of 2 now. 5 plus 5, 10, 10 plus 7, 17, 17 plus 9, 26, 26 plus 11, 37, 37 plus 13, 50, and then 50 plus 15, that is 64. So answer which is correct here is C, that is 64. Find the odd one in the following group, that is ALRVX, EPVZB, ITZDF, okay, OYEIK. So here OYEIK solution we have to find out that find the odd one in the group. So LRVX, so it is a 227. Then EPVZB, it is a between 2 and 5. Then ITZDE 9 and 6. So there is a plus 3 is there. Then OYEIK, here plus 4 is there. Okay, O plus I plus E plus K. So 15 and 11 is there. So this is the odd number which is to be selected. What is the next number in the series? And series is being given by 15 in 35, 81, 173, 357. So 12 plus 23, 35. Then 35 plus, okay, 23 into 2, 46. So 35 plus 46, 81. 81 plus 92, 173. 173 plus 184, 357. 357 plus 368, okay, 725. So next number in the series is nothing but the 725. So with this, we have completed this particular chapter of the number series, coding and decoding. Try to do the practice of the some of the numericals on this topic. Okay. This is very interesting part of the basically your general aptitude, and very easily, if you know the logic, then very easily you can solve your question paper. Okay. So let me stop my this presentation and I will open the another presentation. Okay. Okay. So now we will see the topic of the data interpretation in this particular series, and this will be the my last lecture, okay, regarding the basically the data interpretation. So we will start the another topic for the, that is gate examination, data interpretation. So contents of my presentation, that is bar graph, then the line chart, then the tabular form, then the pie chart, missing data interpretation. These are all the contents which will be useful to you for preparing for the examination. Now, all of you are aware that the engineers, when they are working in an industry, they while preparing the report, or while the analysis, they have to come up with the bar chart, bar graph, line chart, tabular form, pie chart, and missing data interpretation. Because arranging the data, then data interpretation is also the one of the important tasks for an engineer. So therefore, this particular data interpretation topic is also being included in your gate examination, or in the competitive examination you will find the some of the questions which is based on the data interpretation. Now we will see one first data interpretation, that is a bar graph. So data interpretation, it is the process of making sense out of a collection of data that has been processed. This collection may be present in various forms like a bar graph, line chart, tabular forms, or and other similar forms, and hence needs an interpretation of some kind. Here we will learn about data interpretation with the help of many important techniques and examples. A bar graph is nothing but a pictorial representation of data wherein every independent variable attains only discrete value. They are used for representing various types of data. Okay. So bar graph is nothing but basically the pictorial representation of the data is there, and in the discrete value. The bar graph is one of the frequent method used to represent various types of data interpretation. It is the representation of the data where the vertical bars are placed at equal distance from each other. It is usually asked in the data interpretation section of the competitive examination. Okay, the value of the data represented is given by the height and length of the bar. The width is not important, it is only used so that the presentation is clear, which means that the value of the data is represented given by the height and length of the bar. So width of the bar is not important. Okay, it is being given so that the presentation is clear. Observe are their familiar numbers in the given series, like primes, numbers, perfect squares, cubes, and so on, which are easy to identify. So this type of bar graphs are plotted against the horizontal axis, which is known as the x-axis. The value can be shown by the colored or shaded vertical bars of equal width, and in a horizontal bar graph, the values are plotted against the vertical axis, which is called the y-axis. They are commonly used as the data can be easily analyzed. So there are various types of the bar graph on which the several questions can be based. For example, okay, simple bar graph. So these are the bar graphs used to represent the data. Simple bar graph, then composite bar graph, then stack bar chart, then bar charts to show deviation. These are the one, two, three, four types are there. Then simple bar chart, as the name suggests, the simple bar chart is the simplest bar graph of all. It is used to describe the one continuous variable along with the one discrete value. The figure below shows the proper representation of a simple bar chart. So, as per the name, that is bar chart, it is one of the simplest of its form. And here the category 1 is there, so which is represented. Category 2, category 3, and category 4 are being represented. So these categories can be anything. For example, percentage categories can also be there. Students, those who are falling in a group of 80 to 90 to 100%, 80 to 90%, like that the categories can be made. So this is one of the simple bar chart which is used for the pictorial representation of the data and its interpretation. Then composite bar chart, to solve the limitation of simple bar chart, composite chart is used. We use a composite bar chart to show two or more than two continuous variables on the same graph. So this is the figure below that describes how a composite bar chart looks like. For example, the category 1, category 2, category 3, category 4. Here the series 3 is being given, series 2 is being given, and series 1 is being given. Okay, so series 1 for a category 1, you can see that somewhat more height is being attained. For a category 2, which is one of the lowest one, category 3, it is a moderate one, but in between the category 4 and the category 1. So there are three types of different series which is being used and which is representing in a composite bar chart. Okay. We will take a 1 minute break and we will continue. So let me resume again from the same point. Okay. Composite bar chart we have studied. This was the composite bar chart. Now continue with our bar chart, various types of the bar chart. This is the stack bar chart. Now stack bar chart are used to represent the breakup of the content of for continuous variables. It is very convenient to use it for comparing different sets of data. It can be used to represent the factors such as revenues, profits, losses over a period of couple years. And below, basically, they describe the same thing. For example, one, 2, 3, 4 categories are given and the three series are there. These are all the stack bar chart. Then bar chart to show deviations. Deviations, for example, if any readings are given or if any deviations are there, then in that case, deviation can be varies from positive to negative side. Okay, so positive to negative side where deviations can be there. So bar chart to show deviation, mostly the bar charts are used to show the deviation, and that is why the bar chart that are used to show the deviation are common. And deviation charts can show the deficit as well as the surplus, like imports and exports. It is usually required to represent the positive as well as negative values of the continuous variable. So here you can see that category 1, which is in the positive side, category 2 negative side, category 3 negative side is there, category 4 again positive, and category 5 positive. So this shows the basically the deviation which is being happening. Okay. Also in the figure, a baseline is created where the positive values are shown above the line while the negative values are shown below the line. So answer the questions based on this given figure below. For example, the export and import graph is given, export and import bar chart. This is the 2000 year is given on x-axis 2000, 2001, 2, 3, 4, 5, and these figures are given. For example, 180 imports, 140 exports. Here in the 2002 year 2002, we can see that 130 imports and 120 export. So what is being given? What are the questions? Because bar chart will be given to you, and based on the bar chart, there may be 4 to 5 questions which will be normally asked on this particular topic. For example, yeah, out of the given years, in how many did the export was more than 10% as compared to the import? So, in out of the given years, in how many did export was more than 10% as compared to the import? Now, let us see. In the year 2000, exports were 60, while the imports were 50. So, 10% of the 50 is 5, and the total will be 55. So, here 60 is greater than 55. Similarly, in 2001, if you look at this bar chart, similarly in 2001, here the 110, so 10% of 100 in 2002, 130, 120 less than 130. For 2003 also 120 less than the 10% of the 100. So in 2005, 190 is less than the 10% of the 80. So there are years like a 2000, 2003, where the exports were greater than 10% of the import. So the correct answer is B, that is 2000 and 2003. Okay. So if you see here the 2000 and 2003, where the exports are greater than the import, okay, more than the 10%. Here the import is greater, okay, here also import is greater, but there are 3 years where the export is greater. One is 2000, another is 2001, then 2003 and 2004, and we have seen that 10% is more than in the 2 bars, 2 years. For all the years mentioned, what is the average of the exports? Means all the year mentioned is nothing but from this figure we have to calculate the exports basically. So exports is nothing but the your 60 plus 110 plus 120 plus 120 plus 150 plus 140. Okay, these are the exports value. Okay, though now these exports values are taken and then divided by 6, 125. So the correct answer is C. From the number given in the figure below, what will be the average annual growth for the imports done from 2001 to 2005? Okay, imports done in 2001 is 110. Imports done in 2005 is the 190. So the annual growth is nothing but 190 minus 110 divided by 110, and getting it on the multiplication factor 72.72%. Now the average growth of these 5 years is nothing but 72.72 divided by 5. Okay, it is 14.5. So answer D is the correct answer. Then next question on the bar chart, from 2000 to 2005, in which was the growth in imports as compared to the previous year was the highest. So if you look at the bar chart again, you will find that we can determine that imports grew only in 2001 to 2002 and 2004 and 2005, because 2001, 50 into 100 divided by 60, 80 to, that is 2001. We have to calculate the imports. For example, please look at the 2001, 110 is there. Okay. So 50 into 100 divided by 60, 2000 to 10 into 100 divided by 110, then 30 into 100 divided by 120, 40 into 100 divided by 150. So it is coming out to be 26.66. Thus, the correct answer is nothing but the A, that is, this type of question can be solved quickly if you compare the base for every year Hence, for 2001, the base value is 60. Thus, chances are high. The growth in 2002 must have been higher. You can look for this in the examination and start by solving 2002. This will save a lot of your time. In how many year does the exports as well as import increases as compared to the previous years? And among them, in how many years was the percentage increase in export was greater than the percentage increase in import? Out of all the years given in the figures, the imports and exports as compared to the previous are compare increase in every year except the 2000 and 2003. Out of the four in which imports and exports have increased, in no year does the percentage increase in export is greater than the percentage increase in import. Thus, the correct answer is nothing but A, 0. So, with this, we have completed the topic of the basically the bar graph. Now we will go to the line graph. Next topic in the data interpretation. Yes, everything is going on perfectly. So I will continue with the line graph. The questions from the line chart form the base of the data interpretation. They can be complicated because multiple graphs are given in the question, but with the use of concepts and tricks, it can be made simple and easy to solve. The line chart is nothing but an upgraded version of a bar chart. It is formed by connecting the uppermost point of the bars so that we have a line. By repeating this following process with other bars as well, we will get a line chart. The calculations can be tough, but the main aim of the examiner is to check whether you can apply logic to eliminate options and evaluate the graph, thereby getting the answer. So these are the line graphs. So this kind of information is being given to you to read a line graph. For example, in this case, the A, B, C, D categories are given. Okay, A, B, C, D, E we can say, and the boys and girls are given. So on the basis of the figures below, answer the following questions. So in the graph, the number of boys and the girls are given in the five schools. For example, A, B, C, D, E schools. Study the graph carefully and answer the question. What percentage will be the number of girls in school? Okay. School A out of the total number of girls in all the schools. So here options are given 15, 17, 22, 24. To solve this question, there are several different approaches, but let us look into the approach, each approach one by one. So, first method to solve this kind of problem. For the first method, we can calculate the number of girls simply by adding all the girls in the school, then taking the girls from the school A as the numerator, thereby calculating the total percentage of girls. For example, in this question, total number of girls is 17750 and the girls in school A as a part of the all the girls in all the schools will be 2750. So therefore 2750 divided by 17750 into 100 is equal to 15.4%. The major roadblock in this method is that it requires a lot of calculation and there are chances that you may calculate in exam properly which might lead to silly mistakes. That is why we have given a second approach to this question. Okay, because you have to do the lot of calculation and you may calculate in exam properly, but might lead to the silly mistakes also while reading the graph. Okay, second method is that this method is based on the estimation. In this method, you have to suppose an baseline, and then from the given options, you have to assume which is closest to the answer. Suppose there are five schools and every school has an equal number of 10 girls on the average, will have the percentage will be 20%. Same will be the case for 100 girls with 5 schools. Here the percentage will be dependent on the number of the school. So in the above question, also assume a baseline at the center of the figure, as there are 5 schools given in the question, the percentage will be 20%, but the baseline is above the number of girls in A. So we can say that the number of girls in school A will be less than the 20%. Thus, option 3 and 4 can be neglected. For now, the remaining options, when we look at E and compare it with A, there is the larger difference, and so 70% cannot be 17% cannot be answered as well. Thus, the remaining option is 50, which is the correct answer. So, in this method, we should only be done when the options are not very close. Thus, the correct answer is 1. Which class has the percentage of boys and girls as a part of the total student in all the school? Okay, so from the figure that you can see the highest of the boys and girls in school D, as the base for all the schools remains the same. Total number of students, all the schools will be same. For every school, then we can say that in the school the percentage of student is the highest. Thus, the correct answer is 3. Which school has the lowest number of students? In school C, the number of students is lowest. Thus, the correct option is 3. Number of students in C. Okay, in school C, you can see that lowest number of students are there, whether it is boys or whether it is girls. So this is regarding the line graph and interpreting the data from the line graph. Now the third portion of this one, that is tabular form. Okay. So we will see that what do you mean by the tabular form. So one of the simplest method which is used to analyze the data and to display the data is in tabular form. In the tabular form, you get a systematic arrangement of rows and column. The first column is used to indicate the titles, and the first row is also used to indicate the same. It is a very accurate as well as an easy method to display the data. Although this is a simple method, it can be time consuming as well. To solve this section easily, we will provide you with some tips and the tricks. You have to remember these tips and the tricks. So, what are the tips which are there? The tips to solve the tabular form question. This technique can be very time saving and can be particularly helpful when the options are not very close. In this technique, you have to calculate everything by rounding it up to 0 as the last digit. While looking at the data, be sure that you are in the right column and row. Try and check the information as carefully as you can. So, tips to solve the tabular form question. While carefully going through the data, be absolutely sure about the units that are used. This will be helpful when there are conversions asked. So, single zero can make your answer wrong. So therefore, before solving the question, you have to take a look at the all the options as well. If they are not very close, then uh, try and solve as quickly as you can. While looking at the options, do note whether they are percentage or decimal. This will help you when you start solving the question. And in the end, if you are required to convert your answer as well. So the that is tabular form questions are being given. So let me check whether it is going on perfectly or not. Yes, no issues are there. So a table below shows the number of mobile phones that were sold by the showroom in the years 2006 to 2010. Answer below questions based on information given in the table. For example, mobile phones sold by an vendor, sold by an shopkeeper is being shown in 2006. And what is this A, B, C, D, E, F, D type of the mobile phones? For example, 183, 123, 277, 167. So these pictures are being reflected the sale of the mobile phone 278, 272, 213, then the 284, 293. And last number is 196. How many percentage of mobile phones were sold by the showroom E in 2008 less than the showroom in A in 2010? So here A and the E is to be compared in 2008, A and A. So the total number of mobile phones that were sold by E in 2008, 239. Total number of mobile phones that were sold by the P in 2008, 278. So the reduction in percentage will be 278 minus 239 divided by 278. It is coming out to be 14.02%. As the values in the questions are rounded off to nearest integer, the correct answer is 14%. So the correct option is B. What will be the average number of mobile phones sold by all the showrooms in the year 2007? Now look at the information which is being provided to you for the 2007. So 2007 you can see that 178, then 272, 269, 95, 379, 198. So total number of mobile phones that were sold by E in 2008 is equal to 239. The total number of mobile phones that were sold by P in 2008, 278. So the reduction in percentage will be 278 minus 239 divided by 278 into 100, 14.02%. As the values in the question are rounded off to the nearest integer, the correct answer is 14%. So the correct option is B. What will be an average number of mobile phones sold by all the classrooms in the year 2007? So here 215, 222, 208, 213. So we know the formula for the average, which is the total mobile sold in 2007 divided by number of stores. So here the total number of mobile for 178 plus 272 plus 269 plus 98 plus 379 plus 198 is equal to 1294 divide, divided by the number of stores. So number of mobile stores are 6. So 1294 divided by 6 is 215.66. So the correct answer is 215. Then the next topic in our presentation is basically the pie chart. Okay. Now, what is the purpose of the pie chart? Pie charts are different types of data interpretation. This data is presented in the form of a circle. There are segments and sectors in which a pie chart is being divided, and each of these segment and sector form a certain portion of the total in terms of percentage. in the pie chart, the total of all the data is equal to the 360 degree. The degree of angle which are used to represent the different items are calculated in the form of proportionality. So let us see something more about this pie chart. The pie chart, the entire diagram looks like a pie. Okay. And the component in it resembles the various slices cut from the pie. So the pie chart is thus used to show the breakup of the one continuous variable into its various parts. For example, you can see the distribution of sales of the laptop industry in the five companies is being given. So cells is being represented. This color is devoted for the HP. Then this is for the Dell. This is for the Lenovo. This is for the Asus, and this blue color is for the Acer. So this is the sale of the laptop from the various companies in the industries. Now, what question will be based on this one? Okay, let us say the company's share market is also available. Market is, sorry, not share market. The market which is being captured by them. HP it is 22%. You see here HP is 22%. Then Dell is nothing but 33%, and Lenovo is 13%, Asus is 15%, and Acer is 17%. So Dell is occupying the 33% of the market share in the laptop, and the lowest one is nothing but the Lenovo with a 30. So the pie chart represented above, it shows basically a circle of 360 degree, which represent the 100% of the values of the continuous variable. Thus, 6.3.6 degree of the pie chart represent the 1% of the total values of the variable being represented. Pie chart are more versatile than the bar graphs, tables, or two variable graphs. It also represents the clear and precise data that needs to display. Thus, also help you to establish the relationship between the different sectors. So this is regarding the sale of the laptop. The projections are being given, and then you have to conclude. Now, the following pie chart shows the market share and different banks in the India. So, based on the pie chart, determine the questions given below. So here in this case, the market share, the banks like State Bank of India, Bank of India, then the Bank of Baroda, Axis Bank, HDFC Bank, and the other bank, you can see that the Bank of Baroda, the 34% is there. State Bank of India is having a market share of 14%. Now this particular bank, that is Axis Bank, is having a market share of the 33%. If the value of the market share of BOI is 4,000 crores, if the value of the market share of BOI is 4,000 crores, then the market share of BOB and the Axis Bank together, their shares can be calculated as 24,363, 24,432 crore, 24,864 crore, 25,874 crores. Vedan, hat. So So this is the most common question asked in the pie chart section. You will be given the share price based on its comparison with the percentage given in the question. You need to determine the answer. Thus, in this question, you can see that Bank of India accounts for 11% of the market share, and this 11% is equal to the 4,000 crore. So to calculate the total market share of Bank of India and Axis, the formula will be 67 divided by 11 into the 4,000. Okay, is equal to 24.363. Okay, thus the correct answer is A. If the total market share other than Axis and the Bank of Baroda is rupees 355,000 crores, then find the market share of the Bank of India and HDFC Bank. So here in this case, these answers are being given. So here from the pie chart, you can determine the total market share of Axis and Bank of Baroda in terms of the percentage. That is 67%. This is equal to the 335,000 rupees. In addition to this, the other banks are left accounts for 33%, which equates to 35,000 crore. So HDFC and the BOI, look at this one. HDFC and the BOI. So HDFC and the BOI equal market share of 27%. Thus, their market share in terms of crores is 27 into 335,000 divided by 33. So it is greater than 2,74,090 crores. So the correct answer is C. Find the approximate ratio of market share between the Bank of India and the Bank of Baroda. 1 is to 2, 3 is to 1, or 1 is to 3, or it is not possible to calculate. So take the market share of BOB and BOI and compare them both to find the ratio. As a result, the market share of BOB is given as 34% and market share of BOI is given as 11%. So the ratio of the market share of BOI to the market share of BOB will be 11 is to 34, and this will be close to the 1 is to 3. So the correct answer is nothing but the C. In the same, basically the pie chart which is being given regarding the market share and the of the various bank, if the market share of Axis Bank doubles in the next year, while the market share of all other banks remains constant at their existing level, then what would be the proportion of Axis Bank as the total proportion of the market share in India in next year? So here we need to determine the market share of the Axis Bank for the next year. For the current year, the share of Axis Bank is 33%. 33%. So now we need to determine the next year share of Axis Bank. It is given that this share of the Axis Bank is doubled, while the shares of the other banks are constant. So the total percentage of all the shares will be 133, because Axis Bank will be 66% and the market share will be 66 is 50% of 133. So the market share of Axis Bank in the next year will be 50%. So the correct answer is B. So these are the various practice questions which we are going to practice it. So practice questions on the pie chart. Try to have a look at the pie chart. So the following pie chart shows the distribution of the household items used in the house throughout a year. The information given is in terms of the percentage. Study the graph and answer the following question. So here the budget is being given: food items, clothes, technology, cosmetics, and others. Which of the following items are displayed in the ratio of 1 is to 15? Okay, so which are the atoms which are displayed in the form of the 1 is to 15? So here look at this one, 1 is to 15. So now cosmetics and food items. Look at this one, or otherwise what I can do. Okay. So this question was there. So food items and budgets are being given, technology, cosmetics, and others. Now I have brought the pie chart on the same slide for your reference. So which of the following items are displayed in the ratio of 1 is to 15? So 1 is to 15, the cosmetics and the food item. So here the 1 is to 15 cosmetics and the food items. If the budget of the house is 20,000, then by what percentage is the expenditure on food items more than the rest of the expenditure? So here less than the 10%. If the value of the next budget is twice as that of the current one with the breakup of the items being the same, then the ratio of the expenditure on class to that of the other will be nearer to the. So here the if you look at this pie chart, you will find that the correct answer is 5 is to 6. If the budget value is 14,400, then the expenditure on class will be nearer to. Okay, 14,400 will be there. Then here the 2,200. Suppose that the budget value increases to 36,000, then the expenditure on which of the following sectors equal to the expenditures on the other. So it is the clothes and the cosmetics. So this is the bar chart. So today we have seen the bar chart, then line diagram, and the pie chart we have seen. Now we are going toward the last part of this lecture series, that is missing data interpretation. We will see what do you mean by the missing data interpretation, and then accordingly we will take up some numericals based on this one. So missing data questions, they are very common in the competitive examination. You will find these questions almost in all of the exam, and that is why it becomes important to understand them and learn the method for solving them. In this article we are going into the details about the type of the question, as we will explain you the topic. So missing data questions are usually asked in the data interpretation section of the exam. These questions are asked in the form of table only. There will be some data missing on the table, and thus you need to find out that data required. There will be questions related to this missing data. For example, the Ayusha decided to survey his company and he obtained the following data given. So, due to a bug in his computer, some of the data was lost. He tried to recover, but only a partial data could be retained. Income tax is paid from profit before tax, and the remaining amount is subtracted from dividend and retained earning. The data given is from 2008 to 2011, and the figures given are in lakhs. The retained reserves can also be accumulated into the reserve. The reserves at the start of the 2008 were the 80 lakhs. So these are the figures which is being given 2011 till 2009, 2008, and the total is given: sales, dividend, shares capital, profit before tax, and retained earnings. So question: in which year was the sale per rupees of share capital highest? In the above question, it is important that you solve the table first. Here is the total of all the years and data is given. You just need to find that missing data based on the total sum. Okay. Here the based on the total sum. Here the two database is missing, sell and dividend. Here the two database are missing. So here the totals are given. So as per these totals, you have to calculate this missing data. because from 855 here missing is there, you can calculate. Here 1800 missing is there, here you can calculate. So everywhere similarly you can calculate what is the data which is being missing. So initially you have to complete the table, okay, then only you can answer. So solve the table first. In total of all the years and data is given. So hence the share capital for given years is 711, but the share capital for 2010 is not given. So the share capital in 2010 will be 711 minus in bracket 310 plus 98 plus 98 is equal to 205. Similarly, you can also solve and find the that sales for 2009 where rupees 2620 lakhs. Profit before tax for 2011 is rupees 790 lakhs. Dividends for 2009 will be 30 lakhs, and retained earning for 2008 will be 140 lakhs. So in the above equation, we are required to find the sell per rupee for the for year being highest. So we will take the sell of every year given to us and divide it by the same capital. Thus, for 2008, it will be 3700 divided by 9833, and for 2009, it will be 260 divided by 98 is equal to 27. Similarly, for 2010 and 11, it will be 24 divided by 21 respectively. So you can see that the ask ratio is the highest for 2008. So the correct answer is A. Based on the above given years, in which year was the percentage addition to reserve over the previous year reserve was the highest? So now we are given in the question that retained earnings can also be considered as the reserve. Furthermore, it is given that the reserves at the start of the 2008 were 80 lakhs. So the addition for the year 2008 was 140 divided by 80 into 100, that is 175%. And for the second year, the base will be the addition of the reserves in 2008, that is 140 plus 80, 220. So the percentage increase in reserves is 70 slash 140 into 100, that is 50%. Similarly, we will calculate for 2010 and 2011. For 2010, the percentage will be 240 divided by 290 multiplied by 100, 84.4%. And for 2010, it will be again less 100, again less 100. So the highest addition in reserves will be the 2008. So the correct answer is A. In which of the year was the income tax the lowest, whether 2008, 2009, 2010 or 11? It is given in the question that the income tax will be calculated by subtracting dividends and reserve given from the profit after tax in the respective year. So for 2008, the income tax will be 315 minus 30 minus 140 is equal to 145. Similarly, the income tax for the subsequent years will be 2009 170 minus 30 minus 70, uh, 70, 2010 525 minus 60 minus 245 is equal to 220. For 2011, 790 minus 110 minus 400, 280. Thus, income tax will be the lowest for the year 2009. So, the correct answer is B. In which year was the profit after tax per sales was the highest? 2008, 2009, 10, 11. The profit after tax is given to us. We need to find the ratio of PBT per sales for the years given. In 2008, it will be 315 divided by 3270.09, and for 2009, 170 divided by 2620.06. And in 2010, 520 divided by 4725.19. For 2011, PBT per sales will be 790 divided by 435.12. So thus you can see that PBT sales were highest in 2011. So the correct answer is D. Let us move to the next section, but before that, let me check whether it is going on correctly or not. Yes, it is going on correctly. Let me take a 1 minute biological break and then we will start again. So the pie chart shows below the it has the breakup of the number of students from different department in an engineering college for the year 2012. The proportion of male to female students in each department is 5 is to 4. There are 40 males in the electrical engineering. What is the difference between the number of female students in CE civil engineering and female of mechanical engineering department? So here the pie chart is being shown. Here 40 male and 32 female, and electrical engineering 20%, computer science 20%, civil engineering 30%, and mechanical engineering 10%. So first quarter, second quarter, third quarter, and the fourth quarter. So M is equal to 5 is to 4. So 40 males, 32 female. Okay. So 8 divided by 40 divided by 8, 5, 32 divided by 8, 4. Total number of male plus female is equal to 40 plus 32 is equal to 72 divided by 236. So mechanical engineering M20 and F60. Civil engineering 30%, 108 student M60 40. So difference between the number of female student in civil engineering department and female for mechanical engineering department, 48 minus 16, it comes out to be 32. Now the tabular format data is being given in the GATE 2016 examination. So table shows has questions wise. हेलो, अभी थोड़ा 15-20 मिनट है क्लास मेरा, फिर करता हूँ कॉल तुझे। ऑनलाइन 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 लेक्चर, क्लास नहीं मतलब दूसरी हाँ फोन करता हूँ। So the table below has a question wise data on the performance of student in an examination. The marks of each questions are also listed. There is no negative or partial marking in the examination. So question number 1, 2, 3, marks are given 2, 3, 2. Answered correctly, answered wrongly, not attempted. What is the average of the marks obtained by the class in the examination? This is the question. So as you can see from each row that the total number of students in each class are 44. Okay, 44 number of students are there in the each class. Now then we have to find the total number of marks obtained by the class. So marks are given for correct answers only, no negative or partial marking. So for the first question, total marks are obtained are 2 into 21, 42. Now second question, total marks obtained are 3 into 15, 45. And for the third question, total marks obtained are 2 into 23, 46. And the total marks obtained by the class are 42 plus 45 plus 46 is equal to 133. Now, average marks obtained are total marks divided by total number of student. 133 divided by 44 is equal to 3.02. Hence, C is the correct answer. Similarly, this graph is being given to you. Okay, you can see here the graph. The ratio of male to female student in a college for 5 years is plotted in the following line graph. If the number of female students doubled in 2009, by what percent, okay, did the number of male students increase in 2009? Okay, so here let X represent the males and Y represent the females. In 2008, X by Y is equal to 2.5. In 2009, you can see here the m by 2y is equal to 3. This is equation 2, where m is the total number of males in 2009. Now x is equal to 2.5, 2 point y, because from the earlier equation, from the equation number 1, and m is equal to 6y from the 2. Hence, increased number of males in 2009 are m minus x is equal to 6y minus 2.5y is equal to 3.5y. Now, the increase in percentage of males, that is change in number of males divided by initial number into 100, is equal to 3.5y divided by x into 100 is equal to 3.5 divided by 2.5 into 100 is equal to 140. So given x by y 2.5. Hence B is the right option. Now consider this example on the basically the pie chart. Consider following pie chart which shows the percentage of distribution of the expenditure incurred in publishing a book. Study the pie chart carefully and answer the following question based on it. Various expenditure in percentage incurred in publishing a book: printing cost, transportation cost, paper cost, promotion cost, royalty, binding. If for a certain quantity of books the publisher has to pay 30,600 as printing cost, then what will be the amount of royalty to be paid for these books? Okay. So let the amount of royalty to be paid for this book is rupees R. Okay, so 20 is to 15, that is 30,600 is to R. So R is equal to 3600 into 15 divided by 20 is equal to rupees 22,950 is the royalty to be paid. Then, okay, firm producing air purifiers. Okay, sold 200 unit in 2012. The following pie chart represent the share of raw material, labor, energy, plant and machinery and transportation cost in the total manufacturing cost of the firm in 2012. The expenditure on labor is 2012 is rupees 4,50,000. In 2013, the raw material expenses increased by 30% and all other expenses increased by 20%. The if company registered a profit of rupees 10 lakh in 2012, at what price? Okay, it was each of the purifier. Here, transportation, labor cost, raw material, energy, plant and machinery cost percentage is given. So, labor cost 15%, so 45,000, then 15%, 45,000, when 5%, 15,000, then 100% will be 3 lakhs. So, here it comes out to be 20,000. So selling price is equal to CP, cost price plus profit. So profit is given as 10 lakh. So selling price is equal to 30, basically the 3 lakhs plus here 10 lakhs. Okay. 30 lakhs plus 10 lakh, 40 lakhs. So this type of question is a numerical answer type question, NAT. Options are not given in these questions, which means that options are not given. You have to calculate and represent the number. So with this, we have end our basic things which is to be required: data interpretation, bar chart, line graph, and all these things. Okay, and let me stop this presentation and take up some practice questions for you. Okay. So I'm sharing my screen, and you can see that the multi-level hierarchical pie chart shows the population of animals in a reserve forest. The correct conclusion from this information are, okay, butterflies are birds. So look at this information: honeybee, then red ant, beetle, tiger, elephant. Okay, mammals are shown here: tiger, elephant, leopard. Then reptiles are snake and crocodile. Then bird is here: bulbul, drone, butterfly, hawk, and insect, moth and honeybee and red ant and beetle. Now butterflies are birds. There are more tigers in this forest than red ants. Then all reptiles in this forest are either snakes or crocodile. Elephants are the largest mammals in this forest. Okay. You have to choose the correct answer. The correct explanation is that the correct answer among all these options is B, because all are true. Okay, all are true. The practice, that is topic. Okay, so all the questions are true. Now this is the second question, that is regarding the bar graph, which is given the sales of the books from six branches of a publishing company during two consecutive years. So this is the sale of the book. Six branches are given. What is the percentage of the all the branches in thousand for the year 2000? So it is the 80%. It is coming out. Average sales of all six branches for the year 2000 is basically average sale, that is 80, 75, 95, 85, 75 plus 70 and divided by 6. So okay, so likewise you have to solve the certain type of practice the numericals based on this one. Then again, so this type of questions here we have studied, that is study the following graph and answer the following question. Exports from three companies over the 3 years, over the years is being given. This is amount in crores. Company X, company Y, company Y, XYZ company, and year wise 1993, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, and 99. This is being given. In which of the following pairs of the years export from this company together are equal? So what is the explanation? The exports of all 3 years XYZ together during the various year 1993 we have calculated 30 plus 80 plus 60, 170 crores. 1994 similarly 190 crores. 1995 similarly 220 crores. 1996 220 crores. Then like this we have calculated. So total exports of all three companies XYZ together same during the years 1995 and 1996. So you have to select the option D. Average annual export during the given period of the company Y, approximately what percentage of the average annual exports for company Z? Okay. Here we have to do the analysis of the graph. The amount of exports of the company X in these years, the amount of exports of company Y in the years. Similarly, average annual exports of the company Y during the given period is to be calculated, and then required percentage is coming out to be 93.3%. Then in which year was the difference between the export and companies of the X and Y are minimum? So here also difference you need to calculate, that is 80 minus 30t, 60 minus 40, 60 minus 40. Okay, so clearly the difference is minimum here. What was the difference between the average exports of three companies in 1993 and the average exports in 1998? Okay, so here again the average exports is calculated. here also in how many given, and it is to be calculated. So look at this series. Let me check whether it is yes. It is going on perfectly. So in each series, look at the degree and direction of change between the numbers. In other words, do the numbers increase or decrease and by how much? Okay. So look at this series, that is 2, 1, 1 by 2, 1 by 4. What number should come next? So this is a simple division series. Okay, each number is one of the previous number. 1 by 3, 1 by 8, 2 by 8. In other term, to say the number is divided by 2 successively to get the next result. So 4 divided by 2, 2, 2 divided by 2, 1, 1 divided by 2, 1 by 2, 1 by 2 divided by 2, 1 by 4, 1 by 4 divided by 2, 1 by 2, and so on. Okay, so you can view your answer and the correct answer also. Look at this series 7, 10, 8, 11, 9, and 12. What number should come next? Okay. So this is a simple alternating addition and subtraction in the series. In the first pattern, the 3 is added. In the second one, 2 is subtracted. Okay. 7 plus 3, 10. 10 minus 2, 8. Then 8 plus 3, 11. Then 11 minus 2, 9. Then 9 plus 3, 12. Then 12 minus 2, 10. So the number 10 is the correct. Look at the series 36, 34, 30, 28, and 24. What number should come next? Here, this is an alternating number subtraction series. First 2 is subtracted, then 4, then 2, and so on. 36 minus 2, 34. 34 minus 2, uh, 30. 30 minus 2, 24. 24 minus 4, 24, and 24 minus again 2, that is 2, 22. Option 2 is correct. Look at this series 22, 22, 21, 23, 22, 24, 23. What number should come next? Here also, in the simple arithmetic subtraction and addition series, 1 is subtracted and then 2 is added, so on. So 21 minus 1 plus 2, 23, minus 1, 22, plus 2, 24, minus 1, 23, then plus 2, 25. Option C. Look at this series 53, 53, 40, 40, 27, 27. What number should come next now? Okay, in this series, each number is repeated, then 13 is subtracted to arrive at each number. So 53, 53, then 53 minus 13, 40, then 40 minus 13, 27. Then what should come here? 27 minus 13. Okay, 37 minus 13, that is 14. 14, 14 should come next. So similarly, you need to solve the various numericals, practice the numericals, and try to solve it very carefully. Okay, this is about the number series. Then we will see on the I think bar chart we have studied. Mm, Sitting arrangement question usually involves an arrangement, and you need to arrange the pattern in which that it fulfills the condition that the questions demands you. You are given 4 to 5 questions related to the arrangement. Okay. And you are given both direct and indirect information which will help you in understanding and to go about the argument. So if APRX, RXS, and Z are the sitting in a row, S and Z are in the center, A and P are at the ends, R is sitting to the right left of the A, who is to the right of the P. The sitting arrangement is shown as follows: PX is Z. So therefore, right of the P is nothing but the X. If there are 8 houses in a line and in each house there is only one boy lives with the conditions as given below, okay, then at least one lives to the right of Robot and Harry is not between. So no answer description available for this question. So option C, that is Todd is in between the Paul and Jack. So A, B, C, D, E are sitting on a bench. A is sitting next to B, C is sitting next to D. D is not sitting with E, who is on the left hand of the bench. So therefore, we have studied this type of problems. Okay, first you have to plot it, and then you have to answer. So almost we have covered all the topics in your aptitude. The five, basically the 5 topics were allotted to me, right from the number system, then the data interpretation. Okay, and today we have studied the even the bar chart, then the line graph, and the numerical based on this one. Also, we have studied the number series also. So This is the in this way you have to solve the questions. Okay, verbal reasoning and the logical arrangement will be there. Try to solve the some more numericals based on this one, so that you can get the comfortable with the this kind of topics. Okay, so here also explanation wise also it is being given. Let us study the given information carefully, and then from this given information, this is the explanation which is providing by applying the case 1 and case 2. This kind of arrangement we have seen. Okay, so by observing the diagram, we can clearly say that H is sitting nearer to this one. So this is again the sitting according to the diagram. The diagram is being drawn. Studying the given information, again the similar kind of questions. Okay, which of the following statement is true? So initially you have to plot this kind of arrangement, sitting arrangement according to the information, and then you can solve the question. So with this, my topics which is being given to me are over, and I will stop here now with my presentation, and wish you good luck to all of you, because your gate examination is very nearer now. You have to study well, you have to practice your questions well, and try to do the practice and focus on your basically the skills to strengthen your numerical aptitude or quantitative aptitude, and then you can go for the practice. And right in the mechanical engineering also, I have engaged some of the topics. So whether it is a mechanical, computer science, civil, or electrical, you need to see that you are doing a practice of the numerical and trying to get the subject conceptually. If you go conceptually, then only it will be useful for you to solve the questions and to attempt the gate examination correctly. And try to remember that this is a national level examination, wherein you are getting a rank for your all India rank. And in many of the basically the public sector undertaking like Indian Oil, then IOCL or the HPCL, BPCL, Bharat Petroleum Corporation Limited, where the through the gate or the bell also through the gate, the candidates are getting absorbed best of the tenure as a junior engineer. So this is a good opportunity for you people, not only to go into the public sector undertaking, as well as you will get a good opportunity by scoring in the gate examination to go to the IITs or the NITs or the reputed universities and institute in India. You might have missed the chance in the 12th class to get into the IIT or NIT, but or triple IT. But now it is a good opportunity for you people to get into the IITs and NITs. So study hard, study in the smart way. Okay, and try to clear your subject fundamentals very clear. Try to take help of your teacher. Try to do the practice of the various sample questions. Even nowadays it is available on the net also. If you browse so many website, you will find which will give you the practice of the various examination. During our time, this kind of resources were not available. So now for you, almost all kind of resources are available. Only thing is that you should basically focus and concentrate on your studies and try to finish it within the time, and give sufficient time to yourself to revise the things. Because don't go like hurriedly and then trying to complete it, and then means instead of clearing your fundamentals, you are trying to only target the numericals. Like that is also not feasible. So I hope that all of you will prepare, and you will come in the flying colors in the gate examination, and you will bring the laurels for the Anjuman College of Engineering and Technology, Nagpur. I must thank to the. This is my last lecture in this academic session, 2021-22. So I must thank the honorable principal of the Anjuman College of Engineering and Technology, Dr. Ali sir, then the coordinator of this particular Prerna scheme, and the head of the Department of Mechanical Engineering, and also Dean R&D at the Anjuman College, Dr. Akash Lal, then the Dr. Fidvi sir, who is taking a lot of efforts to arrange the such kind of guest lectures from all the resource person. So Fidvi sir and all their teammates, those who are constantly following me, like a Dehankar sir is constantly following me and trying to get me for engage your lecture. So all the complete team of the mechanical engineering department of Anjuman College of Engineering, then the principal and all the coordinators. So I am really thankful to you, and I wish all the best. Thank you very much. So let us see you in the next academic session with the some more new features, some more new additions, and then any kind of help which is being required by you. You can ask me. My mobile number is always open to you. That is 9922966173 is my mobile number, and my email ID also you can write GKAWARI 70 at the rate gmail.com. So this is my email ID and mobile number. For any kind of doubts, you can clarify it at any moment. And normally I pick up the phone, and even if I do not pick up, then I will respond to the phone, call back to the phone, whatever the phones I am receiving. So thank you very much. Wish you all the best. Over to organizer. Huh?
Thank you so much, sir. It was a wonderful session, and I trust that the students must have got a lot of useful tips for appearing in the competitive exam. We are highly indebted to you for engaging these lectures under the AICTE Prerna scheme. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank
May
you.
I
Thank you.
may I
Yes.
end the broadcast?
Yes, yes, yes. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much, sir.